Hello, I am Wallace, the Polish toy guy. Thank you for joining me in today's video, in which I'm going to show you how to transform Transformers Robots in Disguise Warrior/Deluxe class Decepticon Thunderhoof. And I'm going to guide you through the process both from vehicle to robot and back. And if only one of these procedures interests you, a link to this part of the video should be flying somewhere around. Now with that said, let's start with the vehicle to robot transformation. We can start transforming the vehicle mode, or to be more precise, the tractor, by going to the bottom and removing this pegged separate weapon that just clips in between the legs of the robot mode. And with that done, we can go to the back and unplug this section of the tractor and push it down so that it becomes the forearms, which already start separating on their own. And now we can unclip the rear wheels from the front of the tractor and using this cleverly hidden hinge push them to this position. We can use this part as point of leverage, so we just push it diagonally up while also using the ball joint in the soon-to-be arm to keep this aligned, and we can keep it like that for a second. This will make the rest of the transformation easier. Now we can go to the front wheels and separate their wheels from the top front of the tractor, which is rather simple. Now we can push them down and using this hinge swing the bottom half of the robot mode 180 degrees and now raise it up so it's aligned in a straight line with this piece. Just like that. Now we can separate the legs and push up the feet and ankles, which are hidden behind the rear wheel wells. And we transformed the legs. So now we can clean up the arms, so we can use these hooks to clip onto the front screen. And now we can rotate this a bit so that you can see the tire from beneath and not from the back of the toy. And after doing that, we can also lower the arm and swing out the fist that is hidden inside the forearm. And we can repeat this procedure on the other side. So rotate it, push it down and swing it all around. And if you're having problems with deploying the fist, this small piece acts as a point of leverage, just like that. And we are almost done. Now we can do one, well, almost last thing. This will become the chest piece, so using this double hinge, we first swing this up and now swing it down so that this clip hooks onto this slot with a click. A very small click, but nonetheless it's there. Now we can use these hinges to angle these plowing devices together. And the final piece, we rotate the head and lower this down so it becomes sort of horns. And we can also put the gun in Thunderhoof's preferred hand. And now the robot mode for Decepticon Thunderhoof is complete. To begin transforming Thunderhoof back into his vehicle mode, we can first remove his gun if we attached it. And now let's take care of the head and chest area. So let's go to the head and raise the horns so that they are above the head. Now we can push them down so that they form a single line at the base, And now we can spin the head around, and we can now unclip the front of the chest so that it goes up. And the preferred way of doing that is using nails if you have them equipped. So we just insert our nail over here and raise this up. And it's not always that easy depending on how much of a fingernail you have at hand. And now using this double hinge, we lower this bit down so that we can make the windscreen visible. And while we are here, we can also unclip the shoulders from that very screen, and we will leave it at that for now. Now we can go to the legs and first compress them by pushing the feet inside the calves below the knees. Now we can combine them together using these tabs over here and over here. You will hear an audible click, and now we can push down the crotch piece a bit. This will allow us now to spin around the lower part of the body. And now we can push this further back under the chest. And now we have to align everything so that these elements will tab using these slots over here and here. And this part of the process is not something you actually have to clearly see, you just have to feel it, and this is enough to actually make this work. And now we have front of the tractor ready, so now let's prepare the back of it. First we will hide away the fists. Now we will lower down the rear wheel wells so that they tuck the rest of the arms under, and we can now push the arms up. Repeat of vision on the other side, and now using this diagonal hinge we can push everything back and below the tractor cabin. And we will do this using also this shoulder ball joint that will keep this aligned with the cabin. And now we can tab the shoulder guard, the rear wheel well, using this tab and this tab on the leg. You just wiggle it underneath. It's simple. And now we can connect the forearms using these tabs. And now we just raise this and this piece of the arm so that it creates the back of the cabin roof. And it will gently tab in. And the final touch, we can get the gun, and using this hole that formed between the feet and using the gun's handle, we can plug it in to store it in vehicle mode. And with that done, Thunderhoof is now back in his vehicle mode. And that's all for this transformation guide. I hope it was useful to you and you liked it. More guides like this are coming soon, and in the meantime, feel free to suggest a new one in the comments. I might just have the toy you want to see transformed. I will catch you again in the next video, and until then, stay well. Polish Toy Guy signing out.